Would you be willing to trade your soul and appearance for a perfect illusion? In Hollywood, the line between beauty paradise and surgical hell is much thinner than you might think. Today, we will uncover the horrifying truth about the seductive icons who once captivated millions, but have now turned themselves into victims of their never-ending obsession with surgery. Don't take your eyes off the screen, hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss the darkest sides of this story. Now, leave a comment. In your opinion, who is the most tragic case? The truth begins now. Few know that world Miss Priyanka Chopra went through the darkest phase of her career due to a serious medical mistake. After winning the crown, she underwent surgery to remove a tumor in her nose, but the doctor accidentally damaged her nasal bridge, causing her appearance to change completely and become unrecognizable. The shock was so great that she felt her soul was torn apart, as beauty, once her pride and career tool, suddenly became a barrier. She had to learn to face the public's judgment with a steel will and silent tears. Priyanka was mocked with cruel nicknames, lost many film contracts, and felt desperate about the future that once seemed so promising. The unfamiliar face in the mirror made her want to give up everything because she no longer recognized herself. While the physical wounds eventually healed, the psychological scars of having her beauty stolen by a medical mistake remained. She had to withdraw and question her true worth if she no longer had the perfect face she once had. With the support of her family and incredible determination, Priyanka overcame a series of corrective surgeries to rediscover herself. She proved that strength and adaptability are the true keys that help a star stand tall rather than relying solely on beauty. Despite starting with a setback, her talent and resilient heart allowed her to rebuild a bright future. Does Priyanka's determination inspire you? Leave a comment, and don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to support us. Jocelyn was once a beautiful high society woman, but tragedy began when she feared losing the heart of her billionaire husband. Wanting to become more alluring in his eyes, a man who was fascinated by big cats, she embarked on an endless journey of cosmetic surgery. Each procedure was a fragile hope that a new appearance would help her retain the warmth of a marriage that was growing cold. However, love is built from the soul, not from the lifeless cuts and reshaping of the face. Jocelyn, with surgeries ranging from eyebrow lifts and eyelid surgery to lip fillers, has been completely transformed. Instead of keeping her husband, she earned the nickname Catwoman, with a face full of scars and disfigurement. Her natural features are now just a memory, giving way to a stiff, swollen, unrecognizable face. Old photographs evoke a lost, elegant beauty obscured by layers of lifeless silicone. This disfigurement is not just a physical change, but also the emotional pain of a woman lost in her longing for love. Despite facing countless rumors, Jocelyn chose to remain confident as her final attempt to protect her self-esteem. She is a heartbreaking example of losing oneself in the pursuit of love's illusion, only to pay the price with the freedom of her face and soul. In the end, what she received was not loyalty, but loneliness in an unfamiliar form. Do you think this sacrifice was worth it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and hit subscribe to support us. Michael Jackson was not only a musical legend, but also a soul deeply scarred from his childhood. The obsession with his appearance and the insecurity about his nose, which his father mocked, pushed him into a series of surgeries in search of a more perfect version of himself. The bright stage lights shone as brightly as the loneliness in his soul, making him always feel like he was never good enough. Each time he went under the knife, it was an attempt to cut away the painful memories of an abusive childhood. Over the years, the nose of the king of pop became fragile and smaller to the point where it sometimes made breathing difficult and required the use of supportive devices. The changes in his facial bone structure and skin tone left the public astonished, even fearful, of the increasingly unfamiliar appearance of their idol. Beneath the thick layers of makeup was a tired face, worn out from prolonged pain and irreversible medical complications. Michael paid a heavy price by turning his face into a laboratory for his desires to alter his identity. Behind that face was a person who longed to be understood and loved unconditionally. Michael was not simply addicted to cosmetic surgery. He was trying to build a shell to escape the harsh reality and the scrutiny of the public eye. His story reminds us that perfection is not found in the nose or chin, but in the peace of the soul. No matter how much his face changed, his voice and kind heart remained the only things that would never be distorted by time or prejudice. As the powerful woman behind the Versace fashion empire, Donatella has always faced the pressure to maintain a glamorous and sharp appearance worthy of the brand. She began cosmetic interventions in the 90s, but the excessive use of fillers and lasers gradually distorted her face. In the world of fashion, where perfection is worshipped, Donatella unknowingly became a prisoner of the harsh standards she and her colleagues had created. She feared wrinkles as much as she feared being forgotten, leading to the wrong decisions on the operating table. Her oversized lips and unnaturally tight, glossy skin made her the center of malicious gossip in tabloid magazines. Donatella once admitted that she had tried too hard to appear youthful, but unintentionally created an appearance that made others feel distant and unfamiliar. The forced attempt to hold on to youthfulness caused her face to lose the softness typical of Italian women, replacing it with the harshness of chemical substances. There were times when power and money could not buy back the pure beauty that nature had originally bestowed upon her. Overcoming criticism. Donatella proved that true value lies in intelligence and resilience rather than flawless skin. After everything she understands, that style does not come from the face, but from one's attitude toward life and an enduring fashion legacy. Beauty may fade, but the aura of a queen remains unchanged. Does talent suffice to cover up beauty mistakes? Leave your comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and hit subscribe to support the channel today. Priscilla Presley, the beautiful wife of Elvis Presley, had to endure a beauty nightmare that no one wishes for in their later years. Trusting an unlicensed doctor, she was injected with industrial-grade silicone meant for animals into her face to undergo a quick rejuvenation procedure. The greatest damage was not the worsening appearance, but the sense of betrayal by the very person she had entrusted to preserve her youth. She had to face a stranger's face in the mirror every day, struggling with the regret of a decision made in an instant. The consequences came quickly as lumps, indentations, and prolonged swelling began to appear on her face, causing both physical and emotional pain. Priscilla lived with insecurity for many years, undergoing numerous expensive corrective surgeries to restore some of her former features. Each scar on her face served as a bitter reminder of the fragility of beauty when placed in the wrong hands. She once shared that she felt trapped in a hard shell where even the most natural emotions were difficult to express. Priscilla's story serves as a powerful warning about choosing unreliable beauty clinics and chasing after quick-fix beauty methods. She bravely shared her tragedy to help other women avoid falling into the trap of false promises about eternal beauty. Through her pain, she conveyed the message that safety and health are always the most important foundation of all beauty. In the end, she realized that true rejuvenation comes from inner peace, something no chemical can replace. Mickey Rourke was once a Hollywood heartthrob with his charming face. However, his passion for boxing led to serious injuries, forcing him to seek plastic surgery to correct them. But this opened the door to a series of mistakes. Mickey shared that he chose the wrong doctor to reassemble his face, and each subsequent surgery only made things worse. The obsession with losing his natural and refined beauty haunted him for many years. Although his appearance was no longer the same, Mickey remained resilient, reclaiming his former glory through powerful performances in gritty roles. He learned to live with the scars and changes, affirming that a true artist's soul can shine despite physical imperfections. His strong comeback is a statement no matter how damaged the face may be, talent and passion can never be extinguished. He used these very flaws to add depth to his characters, turning his pain into artistic strength. Although his appearance was no longer the same, Mickey remained resilient, reclaiming his former glory through powerful performances in gritty roles. He learned to live with the scars and changes, affirming that a true artist's soul can shine despite physical imperfections. His strong comeback is a statement no matter how damaged the face may be, talent and passion can never be extinguished. He used these very flaws to add depth to his characters, turning his pain into artistic strength. Linda Evangelista was once one of the most powerful supermodels in the world, famously declaring, "I don't get out of bed for less than $10,000 a day." However, her career suddenly collapsed after a high-tech fat reduction procedure that was advertised as completely safe and non-invasive. She once hid from the world, not wanting anyone to see a legendary supermodel now bearing painful lumps and bumps. The insecurity about her appearance trapped her within four walls, stripping her of the confidence and pride she once had. Instead of slimming her body, Linda experienced a rare complication that caused the fat tissue to grow abnormally, forming hard lumps that couldn't disappear across her body. She fell into severe depression, living in seclusion for 5 years, unable to bear the shock of being permanently altered by the very beauty technology she had trusted. In the darkness of isolation, she asked herself thousands of times about the cost of perfection. These rigid lumps not only destroyed the curves of a supermodel, but also suffocated the soul of a woman who had always valued her appearance. Linda bravely stood up to sue the cosmetic company and publicly shared her injuries to warn the world about the risks of beauty treatments. This journey was not only about seeking justice, but also about helping her heal and redefine the value of truth. Today, she faces the world with newfound honesty and pride. Do you admire Linda's courage? Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to support us. Joan Rivers was a comedy legend, known for her sharp wit and humor, and she never hid the fact that she was a devotee of cosmetic surgery with hundreds of procedures, big and small. For Joan, surgery was like an addictive drug that helped her feel more confident under the spotlight and fight the aging process. She admitted that she would rather look like a plastic doll than appear old and withered in the eyes of the public. Her fear of being forgotten drove her into an endless cycle of injections and surgeries. However, the repeated facelifts caused Joan's face to become stiff, losing the natural facial expressions necessary for a comedian. The public often likened her face to a fixed mask, where the smile no longer truly reached her eyes and the features lacked softness. Her face became a testament to her fierce battle against time, but also the steep price of artificial perfection. The audience laughed at her jokes, but at times they also felt a tinge of sorrow for a face that could no longer convey genuine warmth. Until her final moments, Joan maintained an optimistic spirit, using her own cosmetic journey to create laughter. She passed away as a symbol of relentless effort to preserve her youth, even though the price sometimes meant losing her natural self. Her story shows that at times we try so hard to fix our outward appearance that we forget that natural aging is the truest beauty of a lifetime. Joan left behind a legacy of courage and a face that never bowed to the passage of time. Once the muse of Hollywood with her delicate and ethereal beauty, Lara Flynn Boyle left fans mourning as her face gradually changed due to the overuse of fillers and lip injections. Excessive interventions around her mouth and cheeks caused her face to sag and lose its vitality in a concerning way. She fell into the trap of perfection, where even the smallest wrinkle was seen as an enemy, leading to the overuse of harsh cosmetic procedures. Her once fragile beauty was replaced by the heaviness of ill-suited cosmetic chemicals. This transformation happened so quickly that fans were left stunned and nostalgic for a talent and beauty once admired. Lara, once a promising actress, gradually withdrew from the spotlight, leaving behind a sense of loss for a natural beauty that had once captivated audiences in classic films. Fans still remember her expressive eyes and graceful face. But now it's all just a memory. The surgical interventions inadvertently took away the flexibility in her acting, making it hard for her to keep up with the vibrant pace of Hollywood. Lara's story is a somber note about the pressure of beauty in Hollywood, where actresses sometimes feel compelled to resort to surgery to maintain their careers. It reminds us that youth is something that cannot be forced at any cost. Sometimes preserving natural features, even with imperfections, is the way to preserve the soul and unique charm of an artist. Lara serves as a quiet reminder to cherish the most natural aspects of ourselves before they fade away. Tara Reid was once the dream girl of millions of boys through American Pie, with her radiant beauty and vibrant energy. With the desire to achieve a more perfect body for her acting career, she underwent breast augmentation and liposuction. But the result was a medical disaster that left her stomach skin wrinkled and scarred. Each scar on her abdomen served as a painful reminder of how she rushed into making decisions about her body without fully understanding the consequences. She once felt trapped in a body destroyed by unwanted surgeries. Tara endured both physical and emotional pain for many years after the surgeries. She couldn't bring herself to wear a bikini, always feeling ashamed and scrutinized by the media for her thin, lifeless body under harsh critical angles. The cruel remarks about her appearance led her into an unstable mental state, which severely impacted her personal life. Tara had to learn to live with scars that would never fade, both on her skin and in her psyche. Nevertheless, Tara courageously spoke out about her mistakes to warn young people about the darker side of cosmetic surgery. She advised not to rush into altering your body due to temporary pressures, as the scars it leaves can last a lifetime. Her journey of standing up was a declaration, "Love your imperfections," before allowing anyone to alter them with a scalpel. She turned her personal pain into a mission to help others avoid similar traps. 10 stories, 10 haunting beauty profiles serve as the clearest evidence that sometimes perfection is the enemy of beauty. From the muses who captivated millions to powerful icons, they have paid an incredibly high price with their appearances and their reputations. It is hoped that behind these irreversible faces, we can all learn the lesson of cherishing our personal identity and staying vigilant against the temptations of the scalpel. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like and leave a comment sharing your thoughts on the character you find the most tragic. Also, be sure to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell now so you won't miss the next dark secrets from the world of fame. Your support is the motivation for us to uncover even more shocking truths. See you in the next video.